Welcome back to the Amazing Digital Circus doll series. Today we are making Kinger. Kinger's base will be this G1 Gil Weber doll, who I had to deconstruct. We'll talk a little bit about the outfit in a little bit. That is not the final thing, that's just something I made off screen. Because a lot of this one I did off camera, which is why this one is probably going to be a lot shorter than the other one. But I just got really frustrated with the process of this one a lot. Because Kinger is he's a very simple design, but trying to translate that into a doll was very difficult. There was a point where I was like, do I just make him armless and just have the little gloves attached to his robe somehow? And then I was like, do I make him a crown? But the crown made him look more bishop-like, and I'm like, he kind of looks... I couldn't figure out how to make him just he's a chess piece. How do you make a chess piece? But I should actually talk about the face up, since that's what we're looking at right now. I tried to make his eyes look uneven, so I tried to make one significantly lower than the other one, but I didn't want it to be all the way down onto his cheek, because I didn't want it to be too obvious, but I wanted it to be you look at him and he's a little uncanny. But now I kind of wish that I did go further. That way it would look a little more intentional, because you just look at him now. I'm looking at him as the completed doll, and it just he looks a little wonky, but not intentionally. And I do plan on remaking these dolls as I get more comfortable in customizing. So I'm okay leaving the dolls how they are now, because sometimes first you just gotta make something exist, and then you make it look good later. Process was pretty much the same, at least the prepping process. It was removing the face with acetone, and then I took it outside and sprayed it with spray paint to give us that base color. And then I do go over it and try to make this wood grain kind of texture to it. I started with a lighter marker, and I wish I would have done that all the way through, because I feel the darker just makes it look weird. You see in Kinger's character design, if you look closely, you can see the wood detailing. I feel I accidentally made it too dark, so that is something that I'm just keeping in my back pocket, something that I want to fix for next time. And I feel I have a little fixes that I've been doing for my dolls anyways, so even though this video is out, this is not the final form. I'm just posting it because I said I would post it this Wednesday, and it's Wednesday, so I have to post this. I'm gonna go ahead and say, though, that Pomni's video will probably not be coming out next week. I am definitely in the process of making her, but one of the reasons why I was able to get these dolls out 1 week after the other was because A, it was winter break, and B, I was kind of working at all of them at the same time. Whereas Pomni, I had to get a new doll for, and I'm having to make all of her clothes from scratch. And her outfit's a little bit more, it's very iconic, and it's much more complex than things I've made in the past. So she's going to take a little more time, and I'd really like to be able to take my time on her, because I think that's something that's really lost. I get so in the zone that I need to have something to post every single week that I kind of let the quality drop. I think that's definitely what happened here with Kinger. So I think I'm going to let Pomni take her sweet time. I'm not going to promise a date, but I would really love to have her out by the time episode 8 comes out. So I will probably have other dolls, though, come out in the meantime. For example, I'm currently working on a video game character who has suddenly become relevant again, so that's exciting. hair, I'm using this faux fur. I thought I had footage of me applying it, but apparently I don't. Then to make the headpiece, I used this iridescent Laguna headband as a base, and then covered it with clay to make it more crown-like, and then sprayed it with the same paint that I used to make the skin so it would kind of blend in and still look like a part of his head. And that's all the footage I got, so let's see this guy. Thanks for hanging out with me while I made this doll. I will see you in the next video. Bye!